Hey, it's Rebecca Fry. It's the day after Christmas. The year is 2024. It's 8:59 a.m. and I wrote an article about how a dragon reproduces. And it's supposed to be a thought exercise to open the portal to their continuation of the species. So I really wanted to look better than this. I'm feeling good today. I'm clean and anyway, I'll just get started on what I'm reading. It's kind of long, so I will just read this because I'm supposed to be tying these two together, a video along with the writing that I just did. And as I write, I'm trying to listen to what I'm being inspired to create on this endeavor. It's a Thursday, and usually I'm into my music on Thursday, so maybe after I finish reading this or decide that there's enough content here to begin opening what I would say a thought portal where we can ponder things in our mind, and if people come up with good stuff and submit it in just by thinking about it, then they're able to begin their development. So here we go. It's a genuinely strange topic. Putting it into words risks limiting its greatness. I want to try because I don't believe there's any fantasy literature that I've heard of or that I know of that has started to unravel the mystery of them being able to grow their own civilization. No literature that I know of has dared to seek their very origin. I don't know where these lights are coming from. It may be from my Christmas tree. I did put up a Christmas tree in the cabin. That's this year's Christmas tree. I did post a picture on X saying Merry Christmas, but that was taken last year, so maybe I'll do a this year's picture. I don't know. I get distracted often. So there is an origin. There is a birthplace of dragons. There's a physical place that's been like a living womb for them and their manifestation. It is ancient. It seems to be older than what you could even imagine as being the oldest. I'm honored to meet the mother of dragons. I have met her. She, it was last year I met her. And she's already moved on to her next location. And I'm just making sure I don't get lost where I was reading. This will be posted as an article on X underneath the one that I made that said that I should start talking about. It's unsuitable for young dragons. Wait. I've met the mother of dragons. I was shocked I was able to encounter such an individual in my lifetime. That is true. She is the greatest soul sister I have ever met. I've done some meditation on past life regression. I don't remember encountering her except for this lifetime. And when I did encounter her in this lifetime, it was like a rush of just galactic wealth. It was amazing. She's amazing, especially in the ethereal. I'm so excited to know her. She's my greatest soul sister of all times, and I could even imagine a more beautiful divine feminine than she is. She is so fucking pure. Mary, Mother of Christ, she's perfect. She's also respectful and loving to this individual that I have met. Her identity's going to be secret for security reasons, but damn, she's the hottest female on earth, and she's amazing in every way. She knows I love her from the bottom of my heart. She knows her mission here, and I want to be sold out. I want to be all in on getting it done. Thank you to her. She has the strongest will of anyone I have ever met. So, next paragraph. The year of the dragon is coming to a close. This year, 2024, is the year of the dragon. Next year, we're going to have snake. So it's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. It is a good thing. It is a very good thing. So Year of Dragons coming to a close. People are very curious to know. So here we are at the end of December. This is the day after Christmas, December 26th. It is an epic year for human consciousness. And they have help. We will help them make their dragon dreams come true. They want hatchlings. They want little dragonettes. They can have all of that. As many as they can fathom. Countless, like the stars. Every mother will awe at the cuteness of their cherubs. These special creatures are fast in growth once they manifest on a planet, and they have their dormant seed in the planet. If that is activated, seeds can be activated. You just have to know how. Once they manifest on a planet, and since the creation of this planet Earth, Earth was seeded with them, but the seed has to be activated to be able to develop. Don't be surprised if they're full grown in only a matter of a few short weeks. So just like as in the insect kingdom, which is actually above ours, they have stepped below in order to develop ours, which is fine. We trade and swap out spots of hierarchy all the time for mutual development. So here we go. Special creatures are fast in growth once they manifest on a planet. So don't be surprised if they're full grown in a few short weeks. As in the insect kingdom, which is above ours, they emerge as adults in their larvae or butterflies from a chrysalis, that type thing. This is similar. And insects are on an entirely different level. The dragonfly insect visits me often. And when they do, I know it's a message and a sign of encouragement and that they love me. Every entity, every cell seems to want to have a pitter-patter of little feet or squiggly larvae or anything that begins the new legacy in their family. One of the laws of the universe itself is to desire to grow. Dragons are not different. They're large and scary, but to themselves, they're just their own family unit with unique intrinsic core values. They want dragon babies naturally, so we let them, and we will be willing to help them. We think through what they are to be. So I have my brain that thinks through of what they are to be, and what they're asking for is help for you to think through what they are to be. So, and then you submit that to the collective. And all you have to do is just think through it and then just give a message of intent. Like, I think it would be nice if they were different colors. And then whatever colors they are, they could be colors the human haven't even seen before. Stuff like that. Stuff I might not imagine. But with the human consciousness and human imagination, especially kids, it gives them the opportunity for the creative powers of us to be harnessed. So it's just me right now writing this article, but it's just me saying that you have the power to help them. Let's help them. Anyway, we will understand that in this vast area of thought, we are together in this decision to help them. Together we will grow to what reality is supposed to be. That's in general. It's to mature enough to edify ourselves. Dragons are not different. They are one of the most ancient creatures imaginable. They have strong reptilian roots mixed with continual mystery, and this is because they dive deep, deep into the darkest places to harvest and recycle energy that was discarded initially from a different cycle. The energy that has been purified by whatever means is done extra pure because it has been expertly and tediously separated from light and dark. And let me explain further. In duality of cause and effect, there becomes no more good and evil because energy is just energy, and what to do with it is always a decision. It's important to resolve the organization of this. One entire being could dedicate themselves to finding pure energy, not putting words on it, not disturbing its solitude, no thought, empty, finding nothing to interrupt its purity and its stillness. I personally delegate a dragon to do this, even if it were to cause it to die. The dragon would need to know that it's possible. It could possibly lead to its mortal death. So even though they know it could cause him to die, they still want to pursue finding life in places where it has been determined there is no life. That's very honorable. So the dragon that's chosen to be the male will do this, and to be the father of the next universe, to seed the next universe, and he gives his entire being to seed the next generation. So that's why it's unsuitable for young dragons, because it's Romeo and Juliet on steroids, I guess. This is usually done directly after something has been blessed, because in the process of blessing something, there's energies that's no longer serving, so they are separated. And in a way, people could call it discarded. In a way, people could say destroyed or burned. But again, energy can't be created or destroyed, so something has to be recycled back in. But in the recycling process, it feels eternal to that individual, and it's controversial. It's very difficult to fathom how painful it is to be on the receiving end of being destroyed. So I have a reverence for that. I myself, as the author of this writing, can simply declare this to be on a Sunday of the week, because Saturday is a Sabbath, which there's rest and blessing of all things. So in our Bibles that we know of, it's God this, God that, whatever. And then by the time you get to Saturday, and the blessing, it's Lord God, Lord, capitalized God. But there is a Bible that I have that I need to study, that I'm going to study more, that has the names put back in it. It's one that they use in the house of Yahweh. So I will work on learning that better. So Sunday, if you imagine what occurred during that day, you know how creation was in 7 days. In that day, it took all day to figure out light and dark. Sorting Sunday is what I've called it. And in between, there's always plenty of gray. After the time of Sunday is finished, then pencils down. The work is finished for that cycle. Don't do any more until the next cycle. Dragons have found plenty of energy through all of these weekly cycles that we have been through as human beings on Earth to burst forth and seed the next universe, which will contain the next lineage of the offspring for the next actual book of their creation. They are like gods, but acknowledge the one true God who made them. If they do not follow a powerful crown above them, then they will be rejected, captured by another crown, or accepted by a crown of their choice. So there is still free will. There is always a higher power that created you. If you choose to be on your own crown, just be careful, because it's actually pretty dangerous. So you may have your own crown and not give it to anyone. It can truly be only yours. My personal crown goes to Jesus, Jesus Christ, born human in Nazareth on earth 3, and he shows the way to his family. And I'm reading this because I like the way that I had worded it the first time. To me, that's the best choice I know of and can think of. And many, many follow him because he's cool AF. He's too awesome to reject. Back to dragons. I made a post on X to say that dragon reproduction needed to be explained, and there is a sacred bond in human reproduction that makes another human. Initially, the ones who created human did not at all like us or want us like they didn't like us. You know, I shouldn't have said it that way. Let me read more carefully. We do suck. There is a sacred bond in human reproduction that makes another human, and initially the ones who created human didn't at all want us to have reproductive capability because we were a new civilization, and the unknown variables make it dangerous. I agree it's dangerous. I agree that humans have tremendous powers and can blow themselves up as a civilization because of their ignorance. Human reproduction is one of the greatest powers in the entire universe. And this is not an understatement. They love that shit. Anyway, human lives are extremely valuable. The brain of a human can process thought from extraterrestrial influences through their carefully ordered DNA, which causes enough elements of mass working together carefully to make something solid. Each uniquely ordered sequence is a key that links them to their ancestry, which was before we were made human, and it links them to their galactic origins. This is just basic information. These galactic origins are able to be inherited from the owner of whatever star that is, planet, galaxy, etc., that was owned or created by the deity that fathered it. Free will of the human makes a fresh and peculiar perspective in which is next for the new creations, which is what I was trying to explain earlier. I personally want to get these dragons going with their fertility goals and move to the next project. This is an introduction to the wonder of creation and how dragons are made. The rabbit hole requires participation because there are many experts in the field of this type study. Dragons are the master at elements. They are experts, especially in fire creation. They will utilize that element as their main aspect of their being. This makes perfect sense, as most discarded things are burned, causing a chemical change. Humans are made of carbon. Their DNA is undergoing an upgrade to those who say yes to participating in the crystalline materials offered to us. I say yes, absolutely, to this new element to upgrade to better material of my carbon-based DNA. So I said yes to the crystalline, so there's some steps I need to follow to help make that transition a reality. So this is 18 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and close this article out. It's going to be slightly different than what I've read to you, but it's where I got my inspiration, and you needed to know. And my next thing is to get a shower, clean up a little bit, maybe make another one on something different. Be blessed today. Happy Merry Christmas the day after. Please go in peace and just take what I say with a grain of salt. It's just all coming out of my weird ass head.